Welcome to howtocookgreatfood.com.
Hi, welcome to howtocookgreatfood.com. We're going to be doing some cooking in a pressure cooker today. If you don't have a pressure cooker, I think you should get one, by the way. But if not, you can still follow this recipe. It will just take you a lot longer. What we're going to do is a Middle Eastern, Arabic-y type lamb with chickpeas. Let me just go over the ingredients. So here I've got some chunk lamb, lots of bone in there, which is why the pressure cooker is really good, because it will take a long time to cook otherwise. I've got a couple of tins of regular tin tomatoes, they're whole. I've got some cooked chickpeas, a little sprig of rosemary, some onions, some fresh ginger, some fresh garlic, and then what I've got here cumin. This is all in teaspoons, so I've got like 2 teaspoons of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of thyme. I've got some dried ground ginger. I've got here some regular black pepper. Here I've got black lemon powder. And here I've got sumac, which is a very Middle Eastern herb. You can get all this stuff online. We use Rocket Spices. They make fantastic spices. There'll be a link at the end or something. Then down here we've got some bay leaf, a little bit of cinnamon stick, dried chili, and then a couple of big tablespoons of tomato puree. Very simple, this dish. Like I say, it's going to be done in the pressure cooker. It's going to be ready in about 20 to 30 minutes, unbelievably, and that meat's going to be incredibly tender and falling off the bone. So let's get over to the cooker and start. Okay, here we are at the cooker. What I've done, I've just got a plastic bowl. I've put our lamb in and I've mixed all of our herbs together. So the bay leaf's in there, the cumin, everything I showed you right there, the garlic and the ginger as well. I've also put in a little bit of the onion, not all the onion. I just do that to mix it around so it gets right in there. So here's our pressure cooker. I've got some olive oil in. What we're going to do is we're going to drop all of our meat in, which has been seasoned really well. And we're just going to cook this for 5 or 6 minutes without the lid on. There you go, let me just drop that in. This will just brown and seal all of the flavours into our meat. So I've got it on a fairly high heat. Let's just keep an eye on that, stir it every now and then, be back in 5 minutes. Okay, there you go. That was about 5 minutes. That's just sealed all of that lovely lamb with those herbs and spices. It smells amazing, by the way. Quite simply, the balance of our onions, because remember we didn't put them all in, going out. A little bit of rosemary, optional. If you don't have that, no problem. Dried is also good. I've got our cooked chickpeas. Tins of tomatoes, tin plum tomatoes. You can use chopped if you want. I mean, I'm just going to sort of break them up a little bit. I like them chunky in the mix. Then our tomato paste. Let's give this a little mix up. Okay. Now, like I say, if you're not using a pressure cooker, I'd be telling you now to add a little bit of stock to this and cover it and leave it for about 2 or 3 hours. But because we're using a pressure cooker, this is going to take 25 minutes now. It's going to lock all of them flavours in. We're not going to lose any flavours. I have no idea why pressure cookers are not used more. They're amazing, they're fast, they lock it in, they save energy, they're just fantastic. So anyway, what we need to do now is we need to add some liquid to this. At the beginning I didn't say salt, I didn't show you any salt, and that's because I'm going to use some stock. I've got some lamb stock here. If you haven't got stock, you can just use water. In that case you need to add salt. With my stock, I'm not adding any salt. Or if you use a stock cube or something, don't add more salt because the stock cubes are quite salty themselves. Okay. All right. Let's give this one more stir. Now, don't overfill your pressure cooker. You don't want it much higher than that, to be honest. You certainly don't want it up here. That's when it starts steaming out and giving you a headache. This is perfect. Okay, so we're mixed. All our ingredients are in. Got to fit our lid on now. Okay, lid's on. I'm going to lock it. I've got it set on high pressure, which means it's not letting out anything. We'll come back when it's steaming away. It will naturally steam away. My one's got a safety valve on it. I can change it from high to low to all steam out. It's also got a lock on it that won't allow me, once the pressure builds up, it will not allow me to open it, which is a great thing. Lots of people get really scared about pressure cookers. Oh, they explode and da 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 da. This is not 1971 where them stories happened with really low quality. These are amazing. They're really cheap. They save you loads of time. They seal in all the flavors. It's going to build up now 20 to 25 minutes. We'll be eating this. I'll be back soon. Here we are. I'm about sort of 10, 15 minutes in. My safety valve is up, so I can't open this even if I tried. I've got it set on 1 and 2. I'm just going to show you the pressure. As you can see, it will automatically switch down to that. Once the pressure gets too much, it will flick itself onto that one, let all the pressure out. Safe as can be, honestly. Get a good quality one. Buy cheap, buy twice, they say. Get a decent one with all the safety features, and this thing will change your cooking life. Okay, I'll come back when it's ready. Okay, this is now letting all of the steam and the pressure out. Just gonna let this sit until that noise stops. Then our safety valve would have dropped down, which will allow me to open the pot. Okay, so all is quiet now. All the steam is out. My safety valve has dropped down, which allows me to open this now. So let's take a look. That was just 20 minutes. I've turned the heat off, of course. I mean, look at that. It's just amazing. Super, super amazing. Just check some of this meat. Incredibly tender. Incredible. So there you go. You've got 25 minutes or 30 minutes total, depending how fast you can chop. Let me just grab something. So here we are. Beautiful. What I'm going to do, I've got some fresh herbs here. Parsley, a little bit of mint, and a touch of dill. If you've got that, add it. It makes a big difference. I've just got lots of different, well, I'm lucky enough to have lots of different herbs and spices growing in our kitchen here. But that is wonderful, wonderful. I mean, look, where's the meat gone from this bone? It's gone, it's off. Tender, tender, tender. 20 minutes, not 3 hours. Let's dish some of this up and I'll see you at the table. There you go, a fantastic Middle Eastern inspired lamb dish. Really beautiful, the chickpeas. You've got that sumac, the black lemon powder, cumin, ground ginger, dried thyme, the bay leaves, touch of dried chili, optional. Fresh garlic, black pepper, fresh ginger. You've got the tomatoes. The lamb itself is fantastic. All done in the pressure cooker. 30 minutes, are you kidding me? This would take hours and hours on an open stove. You enjoy yourself. Hope you like it. See you next time.
HowToCookGreatFood.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.